Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Until the Tea is Cold. Rather fast intro today, believe it or not, so I'm gonna try to make the best out of this. Today I'm drinking, I don't know what I'm drinking actually, because I'm drinking, it's called Linden? Linden tea? I think London tea? I'm drinking London tea. I put London in a teacup and I'm just drinking it. Weird tea. It's not as hot as it could be because today is a. It's not as. Whoa. Whoa. I can't pronounce it. It's not as hot as it could be because, well, today is a rather hot day. But today we're going to talk about a topic that I think most people can relate and that I've been struggling a little bit with. And I just wanted to throw my thoughts out there and make it the best it can be, I guess. We are going to talk about motivation, or like that will to keep going, I guess. Because I have recorded a special kind of video about following a routine that it's not mine, another's routine, like another person's routine, and that is tough because you have to make it your own, and it's really hard, mainly when they are YouTuber routines that are impossible to follow. I kind of reached the breaking point after the fourth slash fifth day because I wanted to give up on the fourth day, and I told myself, no, you have to keep going, and my body gave out on this morning actually, day five. Just I wouldn't wake up. I put the alarm clock at the same time, 6:30, and my body just wouldn't wake up. I couldn't move from the bed actually. I was really tired. I consider myself a will-based person. All I do is stems out of my willpower. Everything I do, I have to do it out of my willpower. If I really want to do something, I'm gonna do it. But if I really don't want to, it's so hard, like really hard to actually do something when you don't want to do it. There's people that just find it easier to do that, like to do something they don't want to do. Well, I don't. For me, it's just so tough to actually go through with something. Running, for example. Let's put a basic example. The other day I had to run for half an hour. I made it through, but I couldn't do 2 days in a row. I had to change exercise. I know I'm sounding repetitive I'm still talking about the same video, but bear with me. We're gonna move on in a little bit. But I had to do different kinds of exercise because I couldn't keep going with running. My motivation wasn't enough for this, I guess. Not only I kind of lost the challenge, but also my creative mind suffered from it. Writing became really hard. Making videos was just tough, and I couldn't even stream because I couldn't. So it was so hard on my mind and body. And on top of that, I had to go to work, so it made it just impossible. But I'm still here and I'm still alive, so it's what counts. You have to have a specific kind of will, for example, to wake up in the morning. Because let's be honest, nobody, I think, wants to wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning to go to work, and you still do it because that motivation just of paying the bills and not letting yourself starve is enough. I also started looking forward to some things that motivate me. For example, watching a movie, or maybe reading a book, or playing a certain kind of game, or meeting with someone. It's just those little things that keep you going, that are like, okay, I can keep going. I need to finish this so I can go and watch the new episode of House of the Dragon or whatever. You have to keep feeding yourself. It's something that goes both ways. The motivation, you have to feed it. In turn, it feeds you, I guess. Weirdly enough, the tea is just so weird. I know I'm gonna sound weird for saying this, but it tastes like ramen noodles. Just, I swear to God, it's so weird. For example, when you're doing exercise, you have to motivate yourself to keep going because it's painful sometimes. Like running, Oh my god, I hate running. It's so painful. I don't know how people enjoy it even. And people do actually go out for a run. There's people that love it and say, "Oh, once you're through certain threshold, you're gonna love it." And I never reached that threshold. Granted, I don't have the willpower to keep at it. I rather lift weights and go for a swim and be a buff boy rather than a lean boy, but I don't know. It's hard. But to give myself some props and make myself feel better, I have a characteristic force of will when it comes to games. I love playing games, but I love playing games in the hardest difficulty. I just enjoy it. There is no other way for me, at least, to play games rather than the hardest and toughest challenge. Why, you ask? Because I like to torture myself, of course. And because I feel like I accomplished a certain kind of challenge. Like, oh, I beat God of War in the hardest difficulty. I think it was Give Me God of War. Oh, yeah, that's really cool because you know it has a challenge. That game is challenging. It can be really challenging, mainly the Valkyries. Those are so tough, and I'm proud to say that I beat them all and the Valkyrie Queen in the hardest difficulty, and I am so proud of myself. And I don't know, it feels like you, in some kind of way, accomplished something, or at least for me. I know that people enjoy maybe just going around and living the story, like the main story, and just don't care for side quest or the hardest difficulty, and that's fine. Like there's a million ways to play a game, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how to play your games. Definitely, yeah. By all means, go ahead and enjoy them. If you enjoy them playing like a normal difficulty and just exploring and seeing what it has, go ahead. Like, who's stopping you? Not me, definitely. Also, I enjoy a lot games like Bloodborne and Demon Souls, for example, because they are difficult on their own, and I think once you just become kind of OP in those worlds, it's just much more enjoyable because it's still challenging. You basic enemies whoop your ass still, even if you're at like a high level. That's the fun, I guess, or what's most frustrating about it. Yeah, I feel like games are a good example about motivation because you can keep going. You can die 100 times and keep going. You know, that's force of will right there. You have to keep going if you want to see how it ends. Of course, what other things take force of will or motivation to do? Well, actually, something that I kind of struggle with is studying. It's not that I don't enjoy studying, it's just that I rather be doing something else. You know, I know it's good for me when I have to do it, but I would rather be just, I don't know, doing anything else. But if you think ahead, or if you can think ahead, it's beneficial for you because you can. I I don't know. I'm trying to find something positive about studying, and I know there's a lot of things. Like you learn, you get smarter. Maybe you get more wrinkles on your brain. It really makes your blood flow to your neurons and whatever. I don't know. I'm just making this up. Don't. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Because studying in high school back then, it was just awful. I did not like studying in high school. Oh my god, I hate math. And I'm not bad at it, but I'm not good either. I'm just average, and I just don't like it. I do not enjoy it. So studying for it was just really tough. So yeah, math is something that I am not particularly proficient with, and still I kind of can't handle myself. But I needed a lot of motivation when I was in high school to actually sit down and study math. Memories are coming back to me, and I'm hating them. I'm not fond of them. I was not fond of high school, anyways. No, you know what this tastes like? I was wrong. It's not ramen noodles. It's peas. You know what? Not peas. Okay. It's the same weird taste. I'm drinking pea tea. Pea. No pea. Oh my god. Pia. P-E-A. Yeah, a P.
P.
P. Not P. P. I'm having fun with that one. Let me think about another situation when you need force of will. Besides going to work or studying or... Anyways, at the end of the day, it's different for every single human being, I guess, because not everybody likes the same things, not everybody enjoys the same things, and so it's just to each their own. We all have different methods of motivating ourselves and just grabbing and keep going at things that we like or that we know we have to do, even though we don't necessarily enjoy them. Like, I am goodish at fixing things, like maybe electrical stuff or woodworking. I am good at, like, I'm good at it. I'm kind of goodish. I can defend myself. Like, I can grab and kind of know how to fix some things or how some things work. But I am not patient enough, I guess, to keep at it after certain points. Like, if a thing takes more than 5 tries and it doesn't work as it should, I will probably give up or just throw it away or just put it aside until next day. But also, I have a thing that is called stubbornness, so I don't want to give up. I have to make it work. My force of will keeps me going alongside my stubbornness, but also I get frustrated. It's not a good combination, guys. I must admit it's not good. Yeah, definitely takes like peace. I don't hate peace. I love peace, but I hate PT because PT because it's not a good tea, I guess. For example, I have a love-hate relationship with a game, and I get into the game, I enjoy it, but once I start to lose, and that's very often because it's a game with that you need to have a lot of skill to play, and also it's hard because there's other people involved in it. I have the force of will to keep going, even though it kind of hurts me. Well, not hurts me like physically, but it just kind of like I get angry at myself for being not good enough. And so I'm in this constant struggle when I play the game. I no longer play it because I know it's really bad for me. But when I used to play it, I just was in constant struggle and constant frustration. And even though I was doing very badly, I kept going at it. And you need to know when to stop. Like, you need to have that force of will to be able to just grab the thing that's just not doing good for you, and maybe you really like it but hate it at the same time, and put it aside and recognizing that it's bad for you. You need to be strong, because after I stopped playing that game, and I have like 2,000 hours or more in less than a year, which I don't know if it's a lot. For some people it may not be, but for me it was just a lot. Once I quit that game, I wanted to go back to it because my friends used to play it, and I had like made friends through it. I just resisted the temptation because I knew it wouldn't be good for me. And so here we are. I tried to play it again to see how well I fared. I was really bad at the game, and also still just, it's not for me. It still makes me really angry. Like, leave it in the comments below if you know what game it is, because I'm not giving you that much information, and also, I don't know, I want to see if you can guess what it is. But yeah, I've been struggling with motivation in regards to YouTube right now. Not because I don't enjoy what I'm doing, I really do, but I wish I could reach more people with it. There was a video of mine that I spent a lot of hours and a little bit of money, not that much, working on it, and I gave it my all editing, and I spent days and days and hours editing and recording. And when I finally uploaded it, it got like 3 to 4 views, tops. I like tops. It's still very good because I'm very new to this and I know that, but some part of me expected more. So it's also about managing expectations with your things and with your future and your force of will to just keep going after you get knocked back, because that's what it's all about. it may not just blown up, and I know it didn't, and bummed about it, but still I know I have to keep going because there is no other thing that I enjoy as much. There's a few things that are on the same level, like writing and creating things, but it's all part of the same thing for me. And at the end of the day, I am stubborn and I won't give up ever. You're gonna get knocked back when you're doing something like this. You're not gonna. You're lucky if you blow up on the first day. You're very lucky. And if you don't, you have to keep going at it. It's just a matter of analyzing what you're doing and finding new strategies and modifying things and still making it your own. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to find my style. This podcast is something still just new and that I'm modifying every turn I get because it used to be topical with Reddit stuff, but then I modified it to just me talking, and maybe I'll change it again because who knows? It's the fun of life. It's the fun of doing things. You change. We grow. Change is hard, but it's also good for you. You have to learn to embrace it, not get bummed out through your force of will. I know I'm bringing everything back to the same thing, force of will, but because I just think it's worth it to point out that you are doing okay and you have to keep pushing. Anyways, my pea juice, because this is what it is, it's cold and disgusting, so I'm gonna have to end this episode today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it helped you. And if it did, just leave a like and a comment and maybe subscribe and ring that bell, please, so you are notified when I upload more videos like this and more episodes of the podcast. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Memento Frui.